Q&A where you can ask your question. First of all, congratulations on being part of that movie and the great job that you did. I want to start with a couple of questions. Let's give them some time to figure something out. As a fellow actor, first of all, how did you approach this role? We know about techniques, we know about many different ways to work on something like this, but what do you use? What do you do?
Well, the thing I've learned over the years is that the less prepared I am, the better.
Nice.
So, obviously you have to have something good on paper. That has to be really good. But what I found doing this, let's say for example the scene at the bar, that is the first scene that I
really good.
Thank you. That is the first scene I shot, and that was the second day of filming the movie. So I told the director, isn't there another scene we could do first? But no, that's the one we did. And so what you see on screen is what I thought were my worst takes.
Really?
Because we were like hanging out. It was like 12 hours of shooting, and by the end of it, we were like, I don't care about this anymore.
Really?
In a good way. And I think the camera loves that. It loves when you are like relaxed and you're not thinking, I have to do this and I have to do it really well. So that's what I say. That's why I say that the less you prepare, the less you think about it, the better.
Nice. Yeah. Let's write that down. Another question I want to ask you before we go to the audience is, you had a unusual path. You graduated in Madrid, then you came here to the States, and through the things you did here, you ended up working in Spain. Yeah. So, after all that experience being here and being there, how can you compare the opportunities of you as a Spanish actor there and here?
Well, it seems, that's my journey, and it's definitely unusual, I guess. But that's what I had to do, and I had no idea that coming here would open doors in Spain. I came here and I worked, but not to the not anything like this. But I don't know. I think about it sometimes, and that's my journey. And again, I think the less you think about the journey, the better. So my advice is don't think.
Don't think at all.
Don't do anything. Don't prepare. Don't think. Just let things flow and let things happen. Because that's what happened to me. I worked hard, but you're an actor as well. You sometimes you do things and you think, okay, this is going to take me here, and this is going to trigger this, and people are going to see me doing this, and they're going to. That doesn't work like that.
No,
it doesn't work like that. The more you think in those terms, the less it happens eventually. So. I don't know. That was my journey. I had to be here to meet the people that eventually hired me in Spain.
That's amazing.
It's kind of difficult, when you think about it.
I have like 20 more questions. I am still in shock. When the car crashed, I literally jumped from my seat.
I saw you.
Yeah. I was so into the whole thing, and then it was crazy. So I'm gonna let anyone who has a question, please. Just raise your hand. I think we can hear you because this is not as big. Over there?
Hi. Francisco, we know you as a fantastic scene.
Thank you, April.
I've never seen you on screen before. Can you tell us how is it different? What is it like?
Thank you, by the way. By the way, if you guys need a lawyer, an immigration lawyer, they are the ones.
Yeah, well,
I'm not kidding. They are amazing. April and Kevin. Thank you so much for being here.
so it's the difference between theater and film, right?
Yeah, as an actor.
As an actor.
Well, I guess It applies to both theater and film, but especially in film, the less you do. I'm very lazy. I'm a lazy actor. What can I say? But yeah, you don't have to do much, and because the magic of editing. No, it's really it's a lifesaver. Oh yeah. That is, I mean, that scene, the bar scene, that's 12 hours of shooting, and it ends up being like 4 minutes. So you can only imagine how much editing it is involved. So I think you just have to, and well, the thing about movies that you don't rehearse, which I used to think, okay, what's up with that? Well, why not we rehearsing? But now I understand, because if you do rehearse, then there's some magic that you're killing, and again, what the camera loves is that whatever is improvised, whatever when you don't know what you're doing, that's when you usually do your best work in film. Thank you so much.
Anyone else? Questions about the movie, about his performance, his career?
So, had you read the entire script and knew the whole? Had you read the entire script and knew the whole story arc, or were you just prepared for scenes by the director?
No, I was given the whole script. So yeah, I knew the whole story from the beginning, and you don't shoot, as you probably don't shoot chronologically. So the bar scene was the first scene, and then I think it's the last scene, my last scene in the movie. And but yeah, it did help a lot to know what was going on, not just because sometimes you only get your scene and you have no idea, when you say, hey, Peter said, who's Peter? I don't even know who Peter is. That happens a lot, and in this case, I knew everything about it.
What did you like about playing this character? What did you like about playing this character?
I like that. I think the movie, definitely denounces political corruption, but it's not in your face, and that's something I really like about the movie. And my character seems to be the only one, the only one that is not the only clean. Yeah, but listen, not really. So I think I like seeing that. I like seeing someone who's with such strong convictions, and at some point, what is it going to take to make you change your mind? And he changes his mind.
A question in the script. The line "he has Dolph Lundgren's face" was that in the script, or they added because of you?
Absolutely not. That is because of me.
Any other? Have somebody told you that before?
Yes.
Okay.
And now it's on film.
Now it's on film. Anyone else? Questions over there?
I don't know if I can ask you this because it involves a scene you're not in. The shot that really knocked me out is after the crash. Okay, the camera is like rushing at ground level toward him upside down in the car and through the window. So it really is like a double. You have the all the lights going out, then you have the crash in the dark, then you have this tumble over thing, and you have this bam into the car, and then from the other side you've got them going through and the other guy gets killed. So it made me wonder, because it's brilliant editing, but it's also really brilliant cinematography, and I was wondering how much of this film is storyboarded and how much is finished in post. I mean, that's a shot that's highly unusual to expect a cinematographer to use in a scene of montage editing like that. So I don't know if you can answer this because you're not the director, but I'm just wondering how these scenes were set up and worked out by the director, because those kinds of scenes are a little more unusual than the ones that you appear in, but I'm curious about this director's method of working.
Well, I don't know for sure, but I can only imagine that that scene, the way you see it, is the way it was conceived, because I know about that crashing scene, and of course it was it was at the studio, and it took a few days, and Antonio was in one of these machines, I don't know, but spinning machines, and the camera was there. So I think that's how they did it. It was you had a green screen behind, and there was a platform that would spin, and the camera is set in there. So
yeah, I know the equipment you're talking about. So thanks for explaining that.
Yeah. And there's also scene the balcony scene. If you think about it, it starts and it doesn't cut anyway. It starts in the inside the building, goes out, and then goes into the air. And there was a crane, of course, and the camera guy gave the camera to another person. And that's how they did it. And then they erased the camera from the glass.
Nice.
Yeah. I think fantastic in that scene. That's one of my favorite scenes. I love that.
The other
I love
actor,
the humor.
was so
it's
funny.
like- yeah.
What's the name of the other actor?
Luis Saeda.
Luis Saeda.
Yeah, he got the Goya, the best
Oh,
supporting actor.
really?
Yeah.
Nice. That was right.
Really well deserved.
Any other question over there?
Was there a political reaction to the film in Spain?
Oof, nice question.
Yeah, really nice.
If you didn't hear back there is if there was a political reaction to the film in Spain.
Actually, yes. Because when they were writing the script, they would meet with politicians, and they met with this politician who said that no, we're not that corrupt, and the journalist, she should be sexier. She should be like, give me that exclusive, and I'll give you, So that's what she. And months later, she was convicted, and she went to the premiere and she tweeted about it, saying, "What a amazing political thriller about corruption." And she had been convicted like a couple days earlier, so it makes you think: are they aware of what they do, or this is just really, she did that? But no, there was no political reaction in the sense of besides to this politician. No.
Let's see.
But yeah, that was funny, that tweet.
I only have one more question because I know part of the answer. And it's Francisco, what's next for you in your career?
Well, I'm very thankful for this movie. It gave me a nomination, and that apparently people notice you when you're nominated. You don't have to win, actually. So if you're nominated, that's enough. There are things I can't talk about. But
okay. Sorry.
Yeah, but the things I can talk about,
Okay.
there's I don't know if you guys know Alex de la Iglesia. So he's doing a series for HBO Europe. So
That's what I heard.
That's coming up.
Nice, congratulations.
That's very exciting. Yes.
Then thank you very much. Thank you, Francisco.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for coming here.
Thank you.
Remember that the Americas Film Festival of New York runs until June 21st, and all their screenings are free and open to the public. For more information about the festival, please go to TAFFNY's website, www.